Not every upgrade is going to go the way you want it to. This was supposed to be a simple one. I print a bracket, I put the extruder on, I make a few adjustments, and I start printing. I really wanted to see what I could do to upgrade my Ender 3 V2. I still use it a lot for printing, and I was really hoping that I could do a few things, maybe spend about 60 bucks. I didn't want to turn it into some kind of race printer, printing benchies in 13 minutes, 9 minutes, whatever. That wasn't the goal. I wanted to produce a reliable workhorse and make it print as fast as my Ender V3. It's really your comments that pushed me outside my comfort zone into trying to do something I would never do. I am more of a basic upgrade guy, not a change the core components guy. Although saying that, knowing that I've completely flashed the firmware may seem odd, but I'm a computer guy, so flashing firmware is normal for me. This comment is what actually made me consider the Sherpa Mini. They were recommending a different Hotend, and I think his name is Joyce. I'm sure I'm saying that wrong, and I apologize for that. But that comment, they recommended a different Hotend and a different mount for it. And in digging into that, that got me looking at the Sherpa Mini for a direct drive extruder option. When I started looking for places I could pick these parts up, I realized that I could probably do these upgrades for maybe less than 50 bucks. So it really got me excited to give it a go and see what I could do. I ordered the Sherpa Mini and a TZ E3 Hotend. I decided to take it piece by piece. I didn't want to replace all the parts at once because then if things are going wrong, I don't know which one is actually causing the problem. So if I replace them one at a time and I have major problems, it gives me a better idea how to troubleshoot it. I don't know. This is just how my mind works. So I started with a direct drive extruder. I wanted to go with something light because it's going to be on the tool head, and light on the tool head is important. And we know that you go direct drive because it gives you more finite filament control. So when you're bumping that acceleration up, that's what you want, to be able to control your retraction and your extrusion. I was going to say your oozing. That's not right. Your extrusion more precisely. And so that's what I was going for. And honestly, this upgrade went extremely smooth. Yes, I printed a bracket for it, and that bracket caused the fan to list forward a little bit, which caused the fan shroud to hit the print bed before the nozzle got close enough to actually print. So there was that problem, but all I did was just find a different mount and print that and get that installed, and it worked great. I went ahead and wired everything up, and I even printed a benchy, and it was fine. I did a pressure advance test. I went ahead and calibrated my, what do they call that? My extrusion steps? No, this is what they call it. Anyway, so I calculated that and made sure to calibrate my extrusion so that when I said 100 millimeters of filament, it was actually 100 millimeters of filament. All of this was going really well until AI told me, oh, by the way, you also want to adjust the voltage on that stepper driver. And if you're not familiar, especially on older boards, these stepper drivers have a little potentiometer on them that are kind of difficult to move. But as you move that potentiometer, it changes the voltage that's given to that stepper motor so that it runs on the appropriate voltage with the appropriate torque. I don't know. I decided, okay, let me go ahead and do that. Even though the documentation that I read for this said it was a 1 amp stepper motor and it was already set to 1 amp, it was like, yeah, that's max current, blah, blah, blah. Okay, fine. So I was going to adjust the VREF, which is the voltage reference, which you use to determine the current you're sending to the motor. What's happened is I was trying to set the voltage on the stepper motor to be the proper voltage for the little motor that's in the Sherpa Mini extruder. And somehow I twisted the little hat off the potentiometer, twisted it right off, broke it right off. So as you can obviously tell, I was just super excited at this particular turnout of events because now I have to buy a new logic board. I went and did some research to see if it was possible to fix it. And for my skill level, the answer is just no, it's not. I'm sure there's somebody else. Joey does tech, probably can fix it. I can't. That's just the way it is. So I went ahead and decided to order a Big Tree Tech SKR Mini E3V3, I think is what it is. Anyway, it's a pretty much a bolt-on replacement for the Ender 3. When I realized that I had broken the potentiometer, it was extremely defeating. You know, this was going so well. Everything was going so well. And I even was like, okay, Joe, calm down. Don't do this too fast. Don't work too fast. Be patient with yourself, because if you rush this, you're going to. And it was right about that moment that it broke. And, you know, when you're trying to do something new, get out of your comfort zone, the last thing you want is a catastrophic failure, especially something that costs you 40 bucks for another mainboard. So my $50, $60 upgrade now is 100 bucks. So not ideal. I decided to look at this a different way. Not only do I get the opportunity to upgrade my Hotend, upgrade my cooling, upgrade my direct drive, but I also get the opportunity to upgrade a logic board. And so it's a learning opportunity. And hopefully I don't blow anything up. Hopefully by the time you're watching this, it's already come in. I already have it installed. And we're watching the printer print now with the new mainboard and the Sherpa Mini all on it. And everything's working great. Let's see. Even though this didn't go the way I wanted it to, I'm still excited about it. Replacing the mainboard feels like I'm taking this printer to a whole nother level. Not only am I drastically improving this printer, I'm also drastically improving my skill level. And this board has a lot more options to it. Things that I could do, like its filament runout sensors, which actually I think I could do that with the 422 mainboard that's in there. But like a little UPS port, where if you buy the little UPS thing, handles power outages, print resumes. So there's a lot of configuration I can dive into to really upgrade this printer and make it the workhorse I want it to be. So yes, I was sick to my stomach when I realized I broke the mainboard, but now I'm pretty excited. I'm excited about what this means for my journey and upgrading my printers. Probably the best thing about this new board that I'm getting is the voltage for the stepper drivers are controlled in Clipper. So no adjusting pots. The board's been replaced. We're printing again. The Sherpa Mini's working great. And I am super excited because next I get to upgrade the Hotend. And this means not just the Hotend, but the Hotend and the cooling. I'm gonna do all that in one go. I was thinking about doing two, but no, I'm gonna do all that in one go. And then after that, I'm gonna do the Eddy and upgrade the Eddy. So that'll be interesting because I'll have to figure out a way how to mount that. We'll see how that goes. Probably the thing that like I've been thinking about the most that's kind of bummed me out is I'm looking to upgrade to a much nicer printer. And it seems more and more the printers that are coming out are a lot less configurable than these older printers. So maybe I'll just have to build my own Moron. That would be cool. And if you're enjoying this content, consider subscribing, give us a like, add a comment, because I love you guys' comments and it's really helping me be pushed outside my comfort zone. So comment down below, and in the next one, we're going to do the Hotend and the cool.